I'm too impatient. I don't want to wait any longer. We're here and it's happening, and of course Stream Elements bot had to show up and be Stream Elements bot, but you know, whatever. Whatever. Hello everybody. Welcome to the stream. Hi Igor, hi Mini-Me, hi Chronic, hi Sanix. I hope you're still here somewhere. Hello. I never have patience to begin with. And I don't blame you. I don't blame you. You know, why should we have to wait around for the things that we love the most? You just don't want to. Hello? Okay, there you are. I didn't know if you were still here or not. Hi Sanix. How are you, Jun-san? I'm a little sniffly. Don't really know what's going on there. I'm going to preface the stream with a couple things. Yes, I am using my Vtuber instead of my 3D. I didn't even want to chance it. I'm not in the mood to fight with my OBS. I'm not in the mood to fight with the 3D model and lag, and I don't want to do it. I don't want to deal with it. I am in a different part of my house than normal. The area where I normally have like my actual desk set up and everything, it's kind of really cold in there. So I ended up scooting over to a different room. I have like a folded, like one of those, what's it? Not like a TV table, but like the you can fold them and put them away tables. So I'm real ragtag over here with what we got. If you hear weird if you hear weird, random, loud, scratchy, crazy noises in the background, the boys got into some catnip toys from somewhere in the house. I don't know how they managed, but they have some catnip toys and they're running around and they're going apeshit, and that's just what being a cat owner is like. Then again, you're worth the wait. Oh, stop it, Mini-Me. 3 dimensions are overrated anyway. Screw forward and backward never did me any good anyway. It is so cold. I think this is the coldest that it's gotten for like a hot minute. And again, you guys kind of know the somewhat general area in which I live. I live near a lake, and the entire lake is frozen. It's completely frozen over. I don't know how thick the ice is. Koumori probably knows, because he's able to gauge because he goes ice fishing. But there's like snow covering all of it. It's coated. It's covered. It is so bitter cold no matter where you go. Like, I have the temperature cranked up in this house, and even then, like, it's cold. Like, it does not matter where you go, it's freaking cold. Oh my god, it's been 1,000 years. Hi, Crust Pain, welcome in, it's good to see you. Yeah, I know, it's been way too long. I'm still getting used to the balancing of, like, all of my responsibilities now with, like, the big life changes I've had. I'm in school again for the semester, like, there's a lot. Noise, he's a fisherman, respect. Koumori is surprisingly a lot more, I don't want to use the word hick. But his background includes things such as fishing and hunting and like that sort of realm of stuff. But he prefers fishing a lot more than hunting. Other family members prefer the hunting. He prefers the country bumpkin. Don't you call my husband a country bumpkin? Oh my god. He's not a country bumpkin. Listen, I understand the area in which I live. I understand that not everybody is as, like, urbanized or suburbanized as, like, I might be. I also grew up in the sticks. I know what it's like. I get it, but I am very, very interested in at least trying those things as at least a one-time experience. I have a feeling that I'll actually enjoy fishing quite a lot, but I don't know if I'm going to enjoy hunting as much, but I'd like to try it at least once. I think it's important understanding like where your food comes from, and it's a much different dynamic than just like, oh, well, I go to my local farmer's market and I buy meat directly from like a local farmer. Yes, that's a very good thing in comparison to like grocery shopping, but I know with my hubby's family, there's a lot of care that is taken when it comes to like honoring the entire animal if you do go hunting, and like using every single part and preserving as much as you can. And, you know, they're really, really good about like the sustainability as well as like, you know, just not wasting anything. And I appreciate that. And that's something that I want to experience at least once so that I have an even better understanding of it. Damn, you grew up in a literal pile of sticks. I didn't know bats made nests. Do you think that I don't know how to make a nest just because I'm a bat and maybe that's not what bats do? But you think I don't know what a nest is? I find that terribly offensive. Let's be real, we all have bumpkin blood in us. We have a bumpkin side somewhere in us and at least one trait to show. I mean, I'm not going to speak for other people, but again, I grew up in the middle of the woods, and I remember like swimming in the river and mashing berries together on rocks and driving around and like with some real old beater car, and none of the neighbors really mind because we're just like learning. Like, you literally had to go like straight back into the woods over a thing of railroad tracks in order to get anywhere close to any of the houses. So I know what it's like. I've walked down dirt and gravel roads all my life. It's a lot. June, do you think something will always break during the stream and not work? Well, until I get a computer upgrade, unfortunately, yes. I am always fearful of something happening and something breaking on this thing. Again, I've had this same computer for a very, very, very long time. I fear constantly. I don't know when I'll have the money to get a computer upgrade, but we will see. Bumpkin Blood sounds like a killer country rock band. Yeah, Bumpkin Blood. Or it sounds like a stupid like group tattoo that like you and your friends get too drunk and you go out and like you find a tattoo parlor and you all get like a Bumpkin Blood tattoo, and it's like one of those old trucks with like the wooden frame beds, and it has like a funny face on it and like cans of beer and just like a fishing rod or a hunting rifle. You know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. The legendary compute is legendary the right adjective that we're is that the right adjective that we want to use? Legendary. I don't know about that one, Chief. I feel like there are much more appropriate adjectives than legendary. Ooh, chocolate chip cookies. Well, I don't have chocolate chip cookies, but what I do have are some really lovely fancy chocolates. So we'll transition into that. The Bumpkin Blood Brothers, the fiercest biker gang into... Would they be bikers though? If they're already like country bumpkins, wouldn't they all be driving around in some like really stupid pickup trucks? You know what I'm talking about. Hi, Yua! Welcome to the stream! It's good to see you! Sorry I didn't get back back to your one message, when you had messaged me, I was in the middle of like finishing up a bunch of homework, and I've been so antisocial like this whole like past week, the week before that, like I have not wanted any company talking. Just I want to be home in my cocoon and left alone, and just me, my hubby, and my cats, and that's all I wanted. I didn't want anybody bothering me, and the cold weather is just, it's aching the bones. I want hot soup, I want hot rice, like that's all a girl wants. It's, I made miso soup the other day and it was so delicious. But I tried using a new ingredient for the first time, and I don't know if there's a way that you have to prepare it first, but it's like the dried tofu sheets that are kind of like curled up and stuff. I thought that I could just soak it in the soup and that it would be good, but it was still kind of crunchy, so I might have had to soak it like in water beforehand and then fished it out and then put it in the soup. I don't know. I have to look that up. And then I also have a bunch of Chinese broccoli, and I cooked it the way that I thought I was supposed to cook it, but it was still a lot more bitter than what I remember the restaurant style tasting like, but it's a whole separate thing. I want to do cooking streams with you guys so bad now that I have the space and nobody to bother me. But I don't know if I want to include a camera, but I would need a camera to do that, and that we'll get cooking streams eventually, guys. I really want to do a cooking stream. This gremlin will always disturb you. Thank you, you. How is Hub Bro, by the way? Oh, how's Koumori? He's doing all right. I think he's been going a little bit stir crazy because, again, with the cold weather, he doesn't really, neither of us really want to go out, but it's hard when the only thing like you're really going out for is just to go to work, and then you come home, but you're not going out for literally anything else. It's tough. It's tough on the psyche. But what we have been enjoying while in the house, we've been playing through all the Fallout games together. And we've also been watching the Fallout series on Amazon Prime together. And it is so good. It is so freaking good. I love that series to death. I'm really, really enjoying it. And playing through the games helps with understanding context a lot. I know that, it is a Bethesda game, so there's bugs and there's like shit that doesn't work the way it's supposed to work, and like that's part of the charm. It's taken me a while to get used to because I never really grew up on Bethesda stuff. Like I didn't really play Skyrim growing up or anything. But I understand the vibe now of like what they do. Again, I'm not as much into Skyrim as I am Fallout. Fallout is more, like science fiction based, and Skyrim is very heavily fantasy based. Sometimes I struggle with the fantasy more so than like science fiction. I feel like there's a lot more freedom in science fiction. Fantasy, yes, there's freedom, but also you have to explain everything or else like it doesn't make sense. I mean, I guess the same could be said about science fiction. But my brain works in a science-based realm a lot easier than a fantasy-based realm, if that makes sense. So I've enjoyed Fallout a lot more in terms of the premise and like how things play out versus Skyrim. But hey, maybe I just haven't played enough Skyrim, I don't know. June, this is already a success. One stream, and this is at the beginning of the year, or is this the only stream this year? Igor, are you calling me out right now? I do not want this to be the only stream this year. That is 100% not my intention. I really want to stream quite a lot. My quarterly streams. Guys, come on. I'm trying to be good about this. Come on now. But I really want to get more into streaming. Again, when I have more time, it'll be easier. With the school stuff, I do not want to get behind on my school stuff. I am always fearful that I already am. And the last thing I want to do is jeopardize that, because it's taken me so long to finally get back into schooling stuff that I don't want to mess with that too much. Plus, like, I know that you guys, like, regardless, will be here for me, which I appreciate so much. And, like, even if you guys weren't, like, this is my hobby. This is what I do for fun. So I don't put as much pressure on it as I do, like, school, because, you know, like, university, you pay for it. And I don't really have to pay to stream. This is my hobby. I do it for fun. So it's a lot easier for me to, like, oh, am I dying? Am I dying? I don't think I am. No, Igor, you're good. You didn't offend me. I'm poking fun at you because I haven't been live for a while, and I don't know what I'm doing. Y'all, I'm so tired. I'm so freaking tired. I don't know what I'm doing. It's fine. Everything's fine. Bethesda is Armageddon of bugs. Yeah, it's just... I feel bad because Koumori has been trying to mod his Fallout 4 for, like, the past, I don't know, couple days, maybe even a week at this point. And he has a really good, like, collection of mods that he wants. But I don't know if it's the load order, because, you know, you have to organize the mods, at least on Xbox. I don't know how it works for other consoles or PC, but like, he's trying to organize the loadout order, and he's trying to see, like, if some of them are just, like, not compatible with one another. But no matter what he does, like, it always craps out on him. I personally think it's because he's had this Xbox for, like, forever, and he probably needs a new, or at least, like, a new battery or something. Like, there's a actual physical hardware component that needs replaced. But, you know, I'm not an expert. I've never had a really big console like that. My consoles have always been just like the little Nintendo ones, so I don't know. Emrys will have some things to say about that. I fear so much, because Emrys has literally been showing me Fallout and Skyrim content for, like, almost our entire friendship. Mind you, me and Emrys have been friends long before I even started streaming, and only now am I coming around to, like, enjoying Fallout stuff because my hubby is making me get into it. They're gonna be so pissed at me. Oh god, I don't want to think too hard about the repercussions of that. Because I know that later on they're gonna pop into this stream or watch this stream after and be like, what the hell? Like, I've only just been trying to get you into Fallout and Skyrim for how long now? And you only like it now? I'm gonna get my ass handed to me. And it's not gonna be pretty, and it's my fault. I'm 100% aware. It's nobody's fault but my own. But I'm not prepared for those repercussions. I'm not. Not as worse as the king of microtransactions, EA. Yeah, I'm not very pleased about the whole, the Sims thing happening. That's a whole thing. I don't want to get too much into news and politics yet. I'm not, my headspace will not allow for such things. I don't want to think about it too hard. Dang. But anyway, like, I was trying to get the actual, like, chocolate things started like 10 minutes ago, and I've just been ranting and raving. Anyway, guys, I have procured some really lovely chocolates from a website that I have linked in the description called the Chocolate Dispensary. I found them randomly online one day because I was looking for this one specific chocolate product because, you know, like it's not something that I was able to find in store. It's just like an online only thing. And it was one of the first websites that popped up and I was like, oh, what is this website? And then I started looking at it and then I spent a lot of money. That's as simple as an explanation as I can give. That I found this website. It had a bunch of chocolate. I bought a bunch of chocolate. It's as simple as that. But I did link them in the description. Like, I'm not being sponsored for any of this. You guys are very much aware. I have never had a sponsor before, and I don't think I'm going to start yet, at least, because this is not my job. But I do want to give a highlight to the I don't know what the right word is. I've never done this before. But again, their website is in the description. If you really like fancy chocolates and, you know, you want to see what other options are out there, they're like locally made, like handmade, small batch companies. Right now, I got an email from like their marketing, whatever, that one of the brands that they support or carry in their store is Minnesota based, and they are raising money to help with some of the political unrest things, trying to protect their citizens and whatnot. So I would highly recommend checking them out. They are really good people. It's like a husband and wife duo, and like the wife grew up in like the Austria, Swiss, Germany, Belgium kind of area. And now they're Southern California based, I believe. But they're really, really sweet, really lovely. I love what they're doing. I am so excited to eat this chocolate. How I have it set up for this stream is I put all the photos of the chocolates I'm trying in a little slideshow that I have hidden right now. And I set it to random. So whatever one it shows first is the one I'm gonna try first. I don't know what the order is, but we're just gonna try some chocolate together. And I think that that'll be fun. Does that sound good for y'all? This is the whole stream premise. The rest of the stream, I'm just gonna be yapping the whole time, but like, I figured it would be nice to have some small, mostly irrelevant, whatever, tiny activity, but then just yap most of the time. So I have my chocolate ready. I have it next to me, and I believe we should get started. So let's see what the first one is that pops up. Ooh, okay. Let me make it bigger so you guys could actually see it. I'm gonna be resizing this like the whole stream. What? I'm breaking things. Guys, don't mind me. All right, let's see. The first one that we have is Mirzam Chocolate Makers. This is 62% dark chocolate with candied oranges and orange infused toffee. It's in a, I don't know, this isn't like a cardboard, but it's like that thicker, like cardstock paper. It looks like the original design was hand painted and then like reprinted onto this paper. It 70 grams worth. It has some text on it in another language, and I don't know what that other language is. Oh, okay. It says made from bean to bar in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. So that's probably some sort of Arabic language on it. Huh. Interesting. It is a very, very beautiful package. Let's open it if it wants to open. You mean Arabic? Well, I can't tell if it's actually Arabic or if it's another language. And like, I don't know if it's just because of the font that they used, but I can't tell if it's supposed to be Arabic or another language that has like a different alphabet. I can't tell. Whoa, I don't even have this thing open yet and it just smells like oranges. That's a very strong smell of oranges. Ooh. Yeah, I'm only just taking the paper off. It's still wrapped in foil, and I just got a big hit of just orange, which is very welcome this time of year considering there's how many feet of snow on the ground? So much. I didn't know they could grow cocoa beans in the UAE. They probably don't. Oh, yeah, but it does say from bean. Yeah, made from bean to bar. I don't know where they're growing that, honestly. I don't know what to tell you. Ooh, this isn't just... Okay, so it's not just squares. It's like a really pretty, like, swirly pattern? Yeah, maybe urban farming. It's a really pretty pattern on it. I like it. Alright, it naturally broke off a really small piece, and considering I'm eating a bunch today, I'm just gonna have the real small piece and call it there. Let me get this thing folded back up. In the paper. See, maybe it's a good thing that I'm using my 2D or my PNG anyway, because frickin' I'm moving around everywhere. It does have a very strong scent of orange. It makes me think of the, like, Terry's chocolate oranges. You know what I'm talking about? Like the ones that come out around Christmas time? It smells like that. And looking at the inside of the bar where it broke off, I can see, like, the big pieces of the candied orange peel and, like, the... like crystalline sugar from the toffee. I'm really excited. It's gonna be good. Ooh, very crunchy. It's not too overwhelmingly orange once you eat it. And it has that like crystalline, crunchy sugar, like stick to your teeth a little bit kind of feeling. I like that it's not straight up milk chocolate, but it's also not super dark chocolate, like an 80%. This is only like a 60 something percent. That's really good. How do I just, well, it's not like you get any big pieces of orange peel where it's like, ew, I'm chewing on an orange peel. It just kind of melds with the toffee, like the big chunky sugar bits kind of thing. Are you gonna use the term velvety that all food critics seem to use? I mean, this chocolate bar, I don't think would even count under what would be considered velvety. This is a very like crunchy kind of bar because of all like the big like chunks of like the sugared toffee orange peel thing going on. So no, I would not say velvety, but not because I am rejecting food critic language. Not not that, but it's more crunchy than anything, and it's pleasant. It's lovely. The chocolate itself has a very nice snap. I like it. I like it a lot. So that's number one. Am I rating these? Is that part of this? Am I rating these? I can give a rating if you guys seem to want that. It's good. I wouldn't say it's bad, but like it's a chocolate bar, so I'm not gonna say it was bad anyway. It would have to be really, really awful for me to say it's bad. Chocolate tier list? I was thinking the other day, I really want to do a tier list of like the most common or popular like candy bars. You know, like the Kit Kat and the Reese's and the Butterfinger, like things like that. I would love to do a tier list stream of those. I think that is in the future. But for these ones, these are like a whole separate thing. I'm going to give that one, I'll give it a 7. I like it. I think it's good. I don't think it is the best that I've ever had, but it is quite good and I do like it. Let's see what the next one is. Ooh, this one is an award winner. So this one has very, very high expectations. This is the Fossa Chocolate Pekoi and Imp Tea Chocolate. Specifically, this is their Honey Orchid Dangkong Oolong. And it lists tasting notes, floral fragrance layered with notes of guava and cream. I don't know where they're getting guava, considering that this is honey and like oolong kind of deal. But it says guava and cream as tasting notes. I don't think there's actually guava in it though. Is this like those green tea Kit Kats they used to make? No, I think this is like, it's chocolate, but I don't think it's that. Oh God, there's a sticker on the back. Am I gonna be thwarted by a freaking sticker? Because I just cut my nails the other day and now I can't freaking open anything that's got a sticker on it? Please don't tell me that's the case. I'm going to be so embarrassed. And yes, it has won the International Chocolate Awards of the Asia Pacific region in the year 2019 with a silver medal. And it looks like it was made in Singapore. Oh, there's some information on the back too. Oi! Hi, Grandpa. You missed the first chocolate bar, but I'm here. We're on number 2. Let me read the back. There's actually some cool information on here. Also, the ingredients lists for these are very, very small. Like the ingredient list for the first one was cocoa beans, unrefined cane sugar, cocoa butter like regular dairy butter, orange sweet oil, orange peel, and glucose. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That has 7 ingredients. And then this one has 5 ingredients, which is just organic cacao, cane sugar, cocoa butter, milk powder, and tea leaves. So there is no guava in it. I don't know why it says guava on the front. Hi all, hi June, I hope you're all nom nom with the chocolate. Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. Let me read the back. Okay. Mi Lan Xiang Honey Orchid is a Dangkong tea cultivated in the Phoenix Mountain of Guangdong Province. This lot was hand harvested from Tianzhu Keng Village. This oolong tea curated by Pekoi and Imp has a distinctive guava aroma. Oh, it's the tea that makes, okay. That makes a lot more sense. Complemented by the biscuity Cocoa Kamili cacao from Tanzania in a 52% dark milk chocolate, it is a fruity and floral bar meant to be slowly savored. Okay, that doesn't sound bad to me. Small batch chocolate made in Singapore. There's the website. Oh, it has a cute little, oh, the package design is so nice. This bar of chocolate was carefully handcrafted in small batches with no additives to highlight the exceptional quality of the cacao. Savor slowly and enjoy. It's in a like gold colored foil. And it's like, it's more of like an envelope style than like a traditional wrapper. Like I have to, there's adhesive and I have to like slide it out. Oh, it smells very pungent. What is that smell? What is that smell? How do I describe that? Also, it's in little squares, and the little squares have like basic pattern designs on them, so they look really lovely. Oh, I smell the tea, and the tea is... I do get the honey. I don't get guava necessarily, but again, this is just the smell. And then like a very rich chocolate smell. Just one little square. Because again, I'm supposed to savor this. This is in my emergency stash of fancy chocolates. When I'm having a real long day, I come home, all I want is a little piece of sweet chocolate to get me through. We're gonna try it. We're gonna see what I think. And pungent, probably all the natural ingredients. Yeah, the tea has a very rich smell on it. And there is no filling, so this is just a solid chocolate bar. I don't see anything, like when I look at the inner texture. Do you prefer dark chocolate or milk chocolate? I'm a dark chocolate person. I like all of the like bitter richness that comes with dark chocolate, so I normally prefer dark chocolate. Well, let's see, gang. Good texture. Slowly starting to melt. Ooh. This isn't a super dark chocolate. Again, this was like a 50-something%, but with the tea flavor, it's a lot more bitter. The tea is making it like have that bitter flavor that's in dark chocolate, but it has the softness of a milk chocolate. I'm getting the guava. There's like a, I don't want to say tropical, but like almost like a citrusy note. It melts really, really nicely. See, Chronic, you're gonna get pissed now because this does have that velvety texture that you didn't want me to say that it does. But yeah, ooh, that one's special. Yeah, velvety check. Get somebody throw up a graphic. It's velvety. It's velvety. It's good. Yeah, that one's special. I understand why that one won an award. That's good. Holy moly. So Fossa Chocolate is the chocolate company, and then Pakoi and Imp is the tea company. That makes a lot of sense. What even are you? A choc connoisseur? A sommelier? Sommelier? A cocoa nut? I love chocolate. Chocolate is one of, if not maybe, my favorite thing on planet Earth. I love chocolate. I'm a fruit bat. Like, I eat fruit like nobody's business. But if it's between a fruit dessert or chocolate, I want chocolate. I love chocolate. I have very strong, big opinions about chocolate. I love it. Deep, elegant taste, I'm guessing. Yes, I am also a tea person, so having that chocolate mixed with tea, wow, that's really good. Chocolate is one of the 4 major food groups. Gotcha. Yeah. I'm a bean boy. You know what? There ain't nothing wrong with some beans. Ain't nothing wrong with some beans. Well. Oh, I'm supposed to score it. Yeah, that one's getting a 9. That's like close to perfection. That's really, really good. Again, I don't know if I've had a better chocolate than that. I highly doubt I've had a better chocolate than that. But until I've reviewed everything that I have over here, it's getting a 9. Mind you, that's like a 9.5 or like a 9.75. That's exceptional. That's great. I need to look into this International Chocolate Awards and see who else won. See if I can get my hands on any of those. Dang. We shall move on to the next one. Let's see. Ooh, this one's a really fun one, guys. I saw a couple different options from this brand, but this is the one that I thought was the most fun that they had available. They had some that were out of stock. There was one that had Pop Rocks in it, but this one they did have in stock, and I found it absolutely fascinating. The best chocolate ever is the third of Neapolitan ice cream. Fight me. That's your favorite chocolate, is that little bit of chocolate that's within Neapolitan ice cream. I mean, I won't say it's bad. It's not. It's great. But I can't say it's my favorite. This looks like a pinball machine. Does it look like a pinball machine? It's supposed, you can see there's like a little picnic table, and they're sharing a tray of brownies, and there's the white picket fence in the back and the flowers. It's supposed to be a picnic. So this one is Seattle Chocolate's Maeve line, I think. Or either that or the brand is Maeve in Seattle. And this is their Block Party Brownie. So it is a white and dark chocolate truffle bar. Their tasting notes on the bottom says it is sprinkle covered cream cheese frosted brownies on a perfect summer day. And I thought it was just so cute. Okay, yeah, so it's Maeve chocolate, and the Maeve logo are trademarks of Seattle Chocolate Company. Or a coloring book. It kind of does look like a coloring book, but like all the truffle bars that they do look like this. Also, hi, welcome in, Dino Slay. Yeah, this line that they have from Seattle Chocolate is so cute. There's so many other ones. If I get my hands on more of them, I will do a review of those ones too, because I thought that this was just absolutely fabulous. And then it does say gives 10% back. On the back of the wrapper, 10% of all net profits are donated. They are a carbon neutral company. They are woman owned, and they are ethically sourced. And it is naturally gluten-free. I bet you this one is going in on the velvety counter. Yeah, this one's probably gonna be a real velvety one. Now this one does have a much larger list of ingredients, but I think it's because like they list an ingredient as dark chocolate, and then they list what all goes into that dark chocolate, like cocoa mass, cane sugar, cocoa butter. Like they're listing every single little thing that's in this, probably to help with like allergen stuff. They did say contains milk, soy, and coconut. This product is manufactured in a plant that processes milk, soy, peanuts, tree nuts, egg, and wheat products. This is Rainforest Alliance certified. Oh, that's so interesting. But yeah, let's open it up and see what we're working with. I'm real excited about this one. Oh, the inner wrapper has more information. Let's see. Oh, and there's a QR code too. Tastes great, feels right. Every bite in this lovingly layered bar improves cocoa farmers' lives in Ghana through projects like digging wells for fresh water, funding savings and loan programs to ensure year-round funding for farmers, planting seedling trees for the future of cocoa, educating farmers on good nutrition and regenerative agriculture, support for female and widowed cocoa farmers. So go ahead, take a bite. That's lovely! This is so lovely! And then the foil that it's in is like a matte black foil. Ooh. Okay, I gotta turn this bar over so I can see the design on the top, because I can see it along the edges. Ooh. Okay, so this one is also cut into, there's 10 squares in total, and they have the Maeve logo on it. And it's like a real thin sheet of white chocolate so you can see the letters nice. And then I see sprinkles behind it. Like there's no sprinkles on top, but they're behind that like extremely thin layer of white chocolate. And then the rest is dark chocolate, just filled and surrounding it. Let me see about breaking off a piece. Ooh, that's strong. Ooh. Maybe it's because the house is so cold. The house is very, very cold. Breaking into it, I see the little individual sprinkles and they are adorable. I love that. That is so, so cute. I'm gonna put this back nicely so I can eat more of it later. If it wants to go back. I'm trying to wrap you back up. Get back in your wrapper. There we go. And let's see. Does it have any smell? Yes, it does smell a lot sweeter. Because there's that white chocolate. And it smells like brownie batter. It doesn't just smell like a straight up bar of chocolate. Well, let's try it. Much softer texture because it's a truffle-based bar. Ooh, I crunched a sprinkle. That was nice. It does have that tang like a cream cheese frosting would on a brownie. Mmm. This is what I wish the convenience store chocolate bars all tasted like. I wish that all convenience stores had chocolate of this texture, of this variety, because it's not just, you know, straight up chocolate. I know like the standard is just like Hershey's milk chocolate, or, you know, like the special dark, whatever. It's a solid bar chocolate, you get it, whatever. Having the sprinkles in there as like a really good crunch texture next to this, like, again, this is a truffle bar, so it's a lot smoother, more ganache-like than just a regular chocolate. That tang from the freaking like cream cheese flavor. That's so good. How would you compare it to a conventional chocolate bar? It has the really like niche and interesting elements that people really like from like a very novelty, quote unquote, candy bar. Like you get a Butterfinger to have all the flaky layers of the peanut butter caramel goodness. You get like the Reese's Take 5 to have all the different textures and crunch and flavor and, you know, the sweet and the salty and whatever. This has that, where there's like the crunch and the tang and the smoothness and the richness that is really satisfying in like a very similar like conventional candy bar, but it's so much more refined and it tastes so much better. It tastes like what it says it is. It tastes like chocolate and cream cheese and sprinkles. It tastes like a brownie. Versus like sometimes with the candy bars you just get at a convenience store, they might just taste like, you know, just like sugar or taste like that very processed chocolate flavor, if you know what I'm talking about. This one just tastes like that brownie that's on the cover. It tastes so good. I really like that one. That one's like, where the previous one, the one with the tea, was like fancy high class lady. This one is equally as like expensive luxurious feel, but it's the party animal version and not like the fancy tea party version. Just, I don't know if any of these comparisons are making any sense. But that's what it makes me feel. I don't know how else to describe it. But that's good. That's very, very good. I think I'm also going to give that one a 9 because it's amazing. It's delicious. But it's a completely different vibe than the tea one. Like the tea one is a college professor, and the block party brownie one is your like fun gay aunt who has no kids and a lot of money. Does that make any sense to anybody? This is why you guys watch my streams. So the refined lady getting pissed drunk at a dinner party and turning it into something a little more interesting. You understand me. Yes, like that. If I swapped this Maeve for the chocolate in my Cocoa Puffs, which I'm cuckoo for, would it be better? That is so cryptic of a message that I don't even know where to begin. I don't know what you want me to do there. There were no instructions that came with that comment. And I don't know how you want me to proceed. I genuinely don't know. Tether, you're a national treasure. Keep in mind, I would eat it with hot water. If you eat this chocolate bar with hot water and try to make it like your cereal, I retract my statement. If you do that to such a lovely chocolate bar, I will crucify you. It will be the last thing you ever do on planet Earth, Grandpa. Somebody can take this out of context. I don't care. If you ever disrespect my girl like that, crucifixion. It's the only solution. This is a violence begets violence situation. I'm cool with that judgment. Yeah. Yeah, that's what you get. Anyway, I'm moving on to the next chocolate. Enough with, oh, hey, I already had that one. There we go. I don't know why it gave that one twice. Probably because I put it on random and I don't understand how random works. Okay. So we have Ocelot's Black Cherry, 70% dark chocolate. This product is EU organic certified only. Only? Why only? What do you mean only? Oh. Oh, they have it in a bunch of different languages on the back. I don't know what the different languages are, but they have it. They list everything in different languages. Oh, okay, okay. So the chocolate brand is UK based, but the beans come from Amsterdam? So I think that the languages on here are English, I think German, and Dutch. Okay. Only EU citizens are allowed to eat this. Uh-oh, am I gonna get arrested? Am I gonna get in trouble? So the description on this one says black cherry. Dark chocolate with dried cherries and natural black cherry flavor. The ingredients include cacao mass, raw cane sugar, cacao butter, dried cherries, natural black cherry flavor, and cacao solids are a 70% minimum. All right. The box is kind of neat. I like it. Inner film is home and industrial compostable. Outer packaging is printed on sustainable card. Love that. I love the amount of sustainability that all of these brands have. And I think that just goes to show how well curated the chocolate dispensary, where I bought this from, has really honed in on which brands it wants to carry and support. They really did a great job at how they picked, you know, who gets to have what. Okay, so the inner part is compostable plastic. It comes as one big bar. There's no, like, divisions of, like, squares or, you know, smaller portions, so I'm not quite sure how I'm gonna do this, but that's okay. I can figure it out. I can tell this plastic is not like normal American plastic. It is behaving all kinds of weird. Anyway, I'll just break off a piece. There we go. That's kind of a big piece. Oh, but I see some cherry in there. Okay. I won't complain. I can see a piece of cherry. Back into the cage. I need you to go back in your rabbit. Go back. You must go back. I love the design. I think it's really cool. Of the box. So this is a 70% dark chocolate. So this is the darkest chocolate we've had yet. It smells like cherries. That's a great sign. My favorite fruit and chocolate combination is with cherries. I think that chocolate cherry stuff is probably my favorite stuff on planet Earth. I also really like chocolate and orange. Again, that was the first bar that I had. But this is nice. This is very, very nice. So it has actual pieces of cherry as well as cherry flavoring in it. So we're gonna give it a go and see how it is. Oh, very snappy. Very snappy. Cherry flavor is good. Since there is less milk and sugar in it, it does lean slightly more chalky instead of like the super, again, velvety. This one, I don't want to say it's not velvety, but it's very snappy. Mmm. Chalky count. Well, I don't want to say it's chalky either, but like, you know how if you cook with chocolate or if you're baking with chocolate, you're working with it and you're cutting it on a cutting board and you get like the shavings? It's like that shaving texture where it's like thin and ribbony and kind of brittle, and you know, it's not just like melting everywhere. I'm still eating it because I broke off such a big piece. That was my mistake. Mmm. I like it. It's a lot more on the purist scale for chocolate in comparison to everything that we've had. Because everything else that we've had is like a lot of additives and stuff. Well, I shouldn't say a lot of additives, but like, you know, the first one had toffee pieces like the chunky sugar and the orange zest. The second one, the award-winning one, didn't have a bunch of extra stuff in it. That just had like tea. It was steeped with tea. It has tea flavor inside of it. So I think this is more similar to the second bar than it is the first. I like it. I think I would gravitate more towards this bar than the first one. So I'd give this one an 8. I'm not as like pure adoration as I am with the last two that we had, because that tea one is very special and the block party brownie was delicious, just point blank. This is also very, very good, but I don't think it's nearly as good as the other ones. Are you saying this kind of chocolate could be used to barter in the Aztec Empire? Yeah, I think it's worthy. I think it's delicious. I think it's fantastic. Do I prefer it nearly as much? Probably not, just because, again, the block party brownie is just delicious. I could eat like 5 of those. They're tasty. And the award-winning one, the honey oolong, that's a very, very like special occasion one. This one, even though it's not, I wouldn't say on the same level of like special occasion or anything, I feel like I would eat it more frequently. Like this is like my everyday chocolate. I could eat like a little bit of this every day. I might want to keep it in the house just on the grocery list all the time and always have my stock of this one, the black cherry one, versus the honey oolong. That's like I get it for my birthday and for big celebrations. And the block party brownie is, I got the munchies, I am making a snack run, I want the block party brownie. This black cherry one is, I could eat this whenever I wanted, and it's not too much, and it tastes really, really good. I'm just impressed with this LP cover. I'm looking for Black Cherry on the Discog website for their 1972 album, 70% Dark Chocolate. That is the vibe. And honestly, I love it. I don't even care that it looks that way. I don't. Again, I'm giving it an 8. I think it is very good. I think I would eat it constantly, but it doesn't have that really special note the way that the other ones did. But we still have 2 more. So we'll see. It's just gonna keep showing me that one, just reminding me. Ooh, okay. This one I'm really excited for. This is the drunk lady after the party crashing on her bed. Yeah. Yeah. This is her, like, she's finally home and she needs something comfortable. This is her, like, the black cherry one is her pajama bar. That's her pajama bar, if that makes sense. The honey oolong is her fancy tea party bar. The block party brownie is her getting blasted and super drunk. And the black cherry is her pajama bar. Like, everything's all said and done and she's getting comfortable, she's getting cozy, she's putting her pajamas on. This next one, I don't know why the label wasn't in the picture, but the label's super cute too. This is J Street Chocolate. This is their What About Babka? So this is supposed to be like babka bread, which I'm so excited about. It says chocolate with inclusions, bean to bar, 55%, so it's kind of in between the block party brownie and the orange, I think. No, not the block party brownie, in between the honey oolong and the orange. This is like halfway between those. It says dark chocolate with loquat, poppy seed, walnut babka, blended in and with crumbs throughout. So it has the actual babka made from a bakery, just blended into the chocolate, and then there's pieces of like the crumbs in it. I'm excited. And then some of the information we have. Exploring chocolate through the world of fermentation, upcycled food, and single origin bars. Just real ingredients, just chocolate. It is woman-owned, made in San Francisco, and micro-batched. The packaging that I have is upcycled, so it's like that. This one, I think, is actually cardboard, the packaging that's on it, and they did a really cute little pattern on it, really fun font. It says made in a home kitchen. The ingredients include organic cacao beans, organic cocoa butter, organic cane sugar, poppy seeds, milk, sugar, honey, walnuts, vanilla paste, butter, lemon juice, salt, seasonal jam, which is listed as fruit, sugar, lemon juice, yeast, flour, eggs, vinegar. It contains wheat and walnuts. Oh, the inside flap says, a love letter to all things fermented. The packaging is cute. I'm guessing... So the outside is cardboard, the inside is plastic. It is compostable plastic. Let's see. This comes in little squares, as you see on the screen. Is there a good way to open it? Did I open it from this end? Oh, yeah, because this was the fold down. Well, this compostable plastic does not like me very much, apparently. Please, I don't want to have to go get scissors. Okay, I got it. I'm opening it from the side. This compostable plastic really does not like me. Can it sense that I'm a filthy American and I don't deserve compostable plastic? Ooh, I see the pieces of like the walnuts. Oh, there was tendernism, now there's chocolatism. Yes, this is my form of tendernism. That's just how it is. That did not go back in the package correctly. There we go. There we go. They have to make it so difficult so that I'm not just tempted to eat it and eat it and eat it like mass-produced chocolate. Let's smell. Ooh, I can smell the bread. Like that, the toasty wheat smell. And then also the walnuts mixing with like the chocolate. Ooh, this is gonna be special. I'm very, very excited. It smells so good. Okay, I'm gonna eat it now. That texture is heavenly. It's so smooth. The chocolate is so smooth. The pieces of like the poppy seed and the toasty bread and the butter. You can taste the butter that's in the bread. Ooh, that's really special too. Oh, you know what this one is? You know what this one is? This is the sophisticated older sister of the Block Party Brownie. The Block Party Brownie is like pure party animal. This What About Babka? This is the one who has aged and learned and is more seasoned. This is the responsible older one who wakes up the next day knowing that her family or her friends got really drunk and she's making them brunch in the morning because that's a nice thing to do. That's who this girl is. Wow. I don't know if I can live without this bar. That's a strong statement. Something you guys might not know about me, I really love poppy seeds. Poppy seed filling, poppy seed muffins. Specifically, there are these cookies that have poppy seed filling in them. I'm addicted to them. They are so good. This is the drunk lady's wine mom bringing over home-baked goods to her hand. Yeah. Or not so much her mom. This is like her sister or her cousin or like her best friend coming over being like, I know you drank too much. I know you made a scene. I know you had to get cozy in your pajamas and pass out, and you still got your makeup on, and there's still like hair gel in your hair from doing it all up kinds of crazy, hairspray, whatever, mousse. I'm here, and I brought you all the stuff you need for brunch. I'm making you your little hangover cure with the clamato juice and whatever else. And I'm making you a cup of tea, and we're gonna get your head on straight, and maybe we'll go thrifting later, and we're gonna have a good day. That's the vibe. Like I said, I don't know if I can live without this chocolate bar now that I know of its existence. This is a 10. I didn't think that I would find something that would give me a 10. This is a 10. J Street chocolate, what about babka? I have never tasted a better chocolate bar in my life. That's amazing. How you are not an award winner, I have no idea. You need to put yourself out there and get as many like awards as humanly possible. That is a delicious bar of chocolate. Oh my god, I don't care if I'm not being objective about this. I don't care if, you know, I'm swayed or the persuasion of everything that's in. I don't care. I don't care. That's amazing. That is so good. The awards are given out by the National Diabetes Foundation and the National Dentists Association. It's so good. I think I'm in love. That's a great bar of chocolate. I want to see what else they have. I would love to know all the other stuff they got going on. I can't believe I've gone my whole life without that chocolate bar, and now I can never see things the same. I highly doubt I ever will. Anyway, that's a 10. That's special. That's incredible. And then we have one last chocolate. It wants to, oh, come on. It's not gonna give me it now. It's like, no, you don't get to see the first one. There we go. This is the last one that I got. It's a real single pack, so this is the only one that I have. Because you buy like a whole like big bag or like a big container of them, and I only, you know, I'm just doing a taste test, so I only got one. But oh, the one on the picture says milk chocolate. The one that I have is dark chocolate. But this is the Bedre? I don't know what the pronunciation is. I assume it's French. Bedre melts caramel. This has prequel energy. What? Showing all the other ones just randomly first? Going through and being like, it's not giving me the thing that I actually want. Gotta skip through all the ads and whatnot. Oh, this packaging is not the easiest, but maybe that, oh, there we go. I got there in the end. So instead of being more of a bar, like all the rest were, this is more of like an individual like square of chocolate, kind of like the like Dove pieces. And it has a really neat like texture on the outside with all the lines. I can see some of the caramel trying to escape. I have a feeling there's going to be quite a lot of caramel in this, because it's quite hefty for a little square. It's not that tiny. This is a good chunk. I don't have as much information to read about this one because, again, I just have a single piece of chocolate, so I don't have all the fun information to read on it. I'm assuming because this is a dark chocolate, but it's more, it leans slightly more mass-produced than the other ones. This is probably like a 60. Maybe like a 50 something dark chocolate. Normally the 70 is reserved for like fancier and normally just kept in like the normal bar form. This is probably like anywhere between 55 to 60, 62% dark chocolate. And yeah, it just smells like dark chocolate and caramel. If caramel's trying to escape, maybe it knows something we don't. Well, I'm about to find out now, aren't I? I'm gonna try to bite it in half. I don't know if it's going to be a dribble everywhere situation with the caramel. There's only one way to find out. I'm going to eat the whole thing, but I want to bite it in half so I can see the inside. We're gonna try. I have my little wrapper here to catch just in case. Okay, not pure melty gooey, so we're okay. I think it helps that the house is cold. Yeah, that's good. It's good. I think it tastes more or less identical to like the Ghirardelli squares. Like there's the Ghirardelli dark chocolate caramel squares. Tastes almost identical to that. Except the Ghirardelli squares are a lot thinner and a lot crisper of like a break. And this was like a hefty chunk. I find this one more satisfying to bite, but the taste is identical to like a Ghirardelli, which there's nothing wrong with a Ghirardelli. I like them too. Eating chocolates, I hear. Nothing compares to you, June. Hello. Hi, Bear. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, I kind of just... Man, I'm finishing off on a slightly more lackluster one. I'm sorry, y'all. It's not bad. You can't really go wrong with like a dark chocolate caramel thing. It's good. I've been so wowed by all of the other chocolate that I've had that it feels lackluster. Where the caramel's like a thin sauce. Yeah, the caramel in a Ghirardelli is a very thin sauce. This one, because it's a much bigger chunk of chocolate, the caramel kind of has to be cooked a little bit more and be like have a lot more body so that it isn't just like dripping everywhere. The Ghirardelli squares can get away with it because they're so thin. This one though, this one's more of like a tiny brick of chocolate. So if they put a super flowy, like liquidy caramel in it, it would just go everywhere. So they had to put in like a little bit of a thicker caramel. And it's not bad. Okay, this one sounds like the drunk lady's origin story where she longed for the outside world after watching it go by on her private estate. I don't think this is drunk lady's origin story. I think this is more This is just like general population chocolate. Like, drunk lady and her story all exist within the other bars that I've eaten. But this one's just like this one is a chocolate for the people, I'd say. But I guess I could make that argument about the Block Party brownie. That one is also a bar of the people. But this one, I feel like, I don't want to say that there's nothing special about it, but in comparison to eating the very extraordinary bars of chocolate that I've had, this one's more on like this is pretty normal type of chocolate. Like how I said the 70% dark chocolate, the black cherry one, would be my everyday bar. I feel like this dark chocolate caramel is what most people would have as like an everyday chocolate. Everyone daily chocolate. Yeah. This is something more akin to like some of the higher end candy bar options. Like, I know when I'm going through like the grocery store or convenience store or whatever, they have the regular gambit of candy bars, which are like the Reese's, the Kit Kat, that kind of stuff. But sometimes they will also have like the Lindor truffle bars, and you break off a piece of the bar and it's that truffle chocolate and it has caramel in it. This feels more like that, where it is technically like an everyday occurrence, but you probably wouldn't see it sell as frequently because it is like a little bit fancier, a little bit more expensive, but it's not bad at all. Maybe this is drunk lady's lower class rambunctious love interest. What? I don't think this has anything to do with the drunk lady. If anything, this is like the drunk lady's, I don't know, housemaid. Like, she's not the one who has the money. She's just like a normal person kind of thing. Is this a situation where the drunk lady is like the lady who has to go to the hometown to like save Christmas kind of thing, and then she falls in love with like the lumberjack type guy? Is it that kind of situation? Do you know what I'm talking about? Like the thing in Hallmark movies where like she has like the big business boyfriend, but he's too busy at work, and then she has to go to this small like podunk little town to do whatever, and she falls in love with like the dude who has like the spirit of Christmas within him, or some sort of bullshit like that. Do you know what I'm talking about? This is that chocolate. This is the random lumberjack guy. That's sort of what I was thinking. I was more imagining a Will Turner and Elizabeth Swann situation. You know what? That's not incorrect either. I don't think that's incorrect either. I didn't rate this chocolate. I gave the orange one a 7. I think I'm going to give this caramel like, is it gonna be mean if I give it a 5? It's not that I dislike it. I don't actively dislike it. But it could come or it could go. I don't really care terribly much. It's good. It's very snackable. It's not as special as the other ones. She knew when they were kids. Sanic, you're understanding me on like a molecular level. That is exactly what I'm talking about. I'm taking notes on these drunk lady narratives for future crime cases for your information. Saying that out of context, if somebody doesn't know that you freaking play Crime and Punishment and they just think that you're like a cop or something, I don't know what to do with that information. They have like no idea who you are, and they're just like, why is there some random cop in here? Why is he talking about future crime cases? Is he a private eye? Is he the sheriff? No, it's just you playing Crime and Punishment. Oh my god. There's gotta be, like, at some point, somebody who has no idea who I am is going to watch this stream and get to this part and look at that comment and be like, what is this guy on? And be extremely confused. And that is nobody's fault but your own, mister. That's all I'm gonna say. Tethercat baffling Koumori too, yeah. In the grand scheme of life, there has to be a middle or average, yeah. And again, it's not like it's bad. I'm not saying that it's bad at all. I think it's lovely. I think it's delicious. I just don't think it holds a place in my heart the way that the others have. The other bars of chocolate have captivated me. If there was no average, there would be no great. That's like reverse, like what like motivational poster. It's trying to make you stay complacent. Like it's okay to be average. If there was no average, there would be no great. That's exactly what that sounds like. I'm kind of bummed that the orange toffee one wasn't better. Again, not to say that that was bad either. It is good. But I got so many other little rock stars over here that it's hard to say that it's as good as those ones. Nothing to write home about. Yeah, nothing to write home about. It's good chocolate. Like you just, if somebody gifted me a whole big tub of that, I'd be so grateful. I would say thank you so much. That is such a nice thing to do for someone. I will be enjoying this for the next like couple months, just taking a chocolate every now and again. But if somebody got me a whole case of the What About Babka chocolate, I feel like I would have no other choice than to marry them. There is no other solution to that as a thank you. If somebody were to buy me a whole case of that, then like I'm obligated to marry them, aren't I? I've never had a better chocolate before. Wait, how do you think the orange one fills into the drunk lady narrative? I feel like the orange one, before she gets invited to the fancy tea party, that's like her just general state of being. Like that's just like, it's fancy, she's complex, she smells really, really nice, she has texture, she has flavor, like it's a sophisticated lady. That's just like her general state of being. That's the starting point of the drunk lady narrative. And then she gets invited to the fancy tea party and she ups her game. And then later on, there's an after party where she gets too drunk. That's the block party brownie. She gets really, really drunk and has to go home and put on her PJs. That's the black cherry bar. And then her sister or cousin or best friend comes over the next morning with brunch and a hangover cure. That's the babka bar. That's how all of that plays out. And somebody has to make a whole freaking light novel or visual novel of this that I can play through. I play through all the different states of being for the chocolate bar lady. I also just have some other random snacks over here, but those aren't of note. They're just snacks. They're not as fun as everything else that I've got. Although Mom Mori did make me a very special treat. She made me one of her peanut butter eggs. I had asked, because like, she had just showed up randomly the other day and I was like, well, hi, Mom. Aren't aren't you supposed to be getting rest in between jobs or whatever? And she's like, I have something for you. And I was like, okay. And she gave me a peanut butter egg. And I like looked at her, I was like, you had like leftover peanut butter egg like mix to make me a peanut butter egg? And she like just looked at me, she's like, people keep ordering them. And I was like, it's not Easter. It hasn't been Easter for almost a year. Why are people still ordering peanut butter eggs from you? And apparently they just don't stop. People just keep ordering peanut butter eggs. So, she just made me one. Probation 1 month. Wait, how did the drunk lady get arrested? Well, at least in my situation, she didn't. I don't know. All I have are chunky chocolate chip cookies. I mean, that does sound good, though. That does sound good. Peanut butter is good. Peanut butter is good. But my mother's peanut butter eggs are a seasonal item. It's like asking for Christmas cookies in the middle of, like, August. Like, why are you asking for Christmas cookies? Why does she have a peanut butter egg? It's not Easter. Or like, what's that thing? Like king cake or Mardi Gras? Like, why would somebody order a king cake in October? Like, it's just, the math is not mathing. Are you telling me you wouldn't have eggnog in July? Not particularly, no. I don't think I would. But also, you're telling somebody who doesn't actively drink eggnog to begin with. So I don't know what to tell you. I'm not really an eggnog person. Summerween. You know, I thought that was such a cute trend that happened when I saw all of like the cute spooky like summer decor where it's like all like ghosts and bats and coffins and like whatever, and like they also like a lot of them leaned more pink too, so it was like pink and white and black and just, oh, it was so cute. And maybe I'll have to celebrate Summerween this year. That'd be really fun. Speaking of, what happened to your sound effects? Oh, in the Discord server? We need to get boosted. Like, the server had been boosted for a while, and that enables more slots for the soundboard. But because it's not currently boosted, I don't have access to all of the sounds. I know, it's very unfortunate. Normally I'd be on top of that kind of thing, but yeah. Damn, I forgot about that requirement. Like, if I had a Nitro subscription, then yeah, I would just be boosting our server all the time anyway. But I don't particularly want to be spending my money like that. I mean, it's not really... I'm not to that level of need, like, depending on Discord to that level where I can support them financially anyway. Let alone, they got some weird stuff going on with, like, trying to integrate AI, and y'all know how I feel about that. So... I don't think I'm going to be doing that anytime soon. I wouldn't say it's worth a subscription for sound effects. Yeah, no. I mean, if there's a way that I could, like, pay for a one-time, you know, like, pack of boosts, and I can just keep them and they wouldn't expire or anything, then yeah. But knowing them, you probably can buy a pack, but they'll expire after a while and you need to use them up. And I can't just unlimited boost the server for however long. I don't think it works that way. So I don't know. I'd have to look into it. Oh, while we are sitting here and talking, I want to bring up an idea that I bounced around with Grandpa. Like we were talking earlier with Igor about like me always worrying about things crashing or things not going right with my computer and trying to do as like limited but still functioning type streams as possible. Trust me, I really want to do more. And me and Koumori are really trying to like calculate it within our budget and things like that. Given the nature of Koumori's job, we tend to have a lot more money in the summertime than we do in the winter. And right now, we're just kind of stuck in our like baseline budget. Just got to make sure that like our bills are paid kind of thing going on right now. So we don't really have a lot of extra money to put away for funding a new computer, because, you know, new gaming PC, that's a lot of money. And I was talking to Grandpa about like really hunkering down and trying to start a like community-based funding project for that. I had a lot of opinions while we were talking about like feeling like because of the frequency in which I stream, it's not justified enough to start a community funding project. I would feel really guilty because like I feel like I don't stream enough for you guys to justify like asking you to put in for that. But he reminded me like other people have, you know, they can make their own decisions on whether or not they want to put in money, let alone like, you know, decide if they have money to like chip in towards that sort of thing. I can't make that decision for somebody else. So if somebody within the community does feel strongly enough that they do want to fund towards, you know, me having a better computer so I can stream without constantly worrying all the time, then yeah, like of course I would. I'm not opposed to that idea. I'm not going to tell you guys that you can't, but I do feel like it requires me to stream more. Any amount of feedback that you guys have in regards to like this is a community conversation. I don't want it to just be a decision that like only I make or only me and Koumori make or like only me and the mod team make. Like, because this affects all of my streaming, I want to get as many opinions as possible. So if anybody has like a really strong opinion about it, if somebody has, you know, a different solution that they could think of, if somebody, you know, just has another suggestion or like any sort of input that they want to put towards it, just comments, like whatever, I would really love your guys' feedback on that. I might make an official like Blue Sky post as well as like a YouTube post and probably also like a Discord post about it, just to get a bunch of feedback so I can make an educated like decision on how we want to move forward with that. I know this complete change of vibe, like we're like this is a more serious thing, but I think it's an important conversation that I want to have with you guys. And put it out there and see if anyone can help mail in computer parts. Well, there is a company that I particularly would really love to have a computer from. Before I do that, I want to look into reviews and make sure that other customers are really happy with like their service, with everything, with their PC, making sure it's like to the level that I want. And again, there's another part of this conversation that I'm getting to. I'm getting there. But just starting with some form of like customizable pre-build, I'm okay with that. I'm not personally confident enough in my abilities to build my own computer yet. I feel like there's a lot of knowledge missing that I would want to pursue first before I straight up build my own computer. But it is something that I've considered. Your Discord would have the most participants, so maybe create a forum post there to engage your community. Remind the Junebugs that they need to have as much passion about this conversation as I did with all of my chocolates. Yeah. I like, again, if I open this conversation and I feel like there isn't really enough enthusiasm, or I feel like I'm not getting enough feedback, then I'm probably not really going to worry about it, honestly. Like, it's not like I can't make do with the stuff that I've been streaming with the past couple years. It's not like, you know, I'll never save any amount of money just to chip in for myself. But because it's my streaming and there's people attached to that, I want all of you guys to have a say. I want all of you guys to be able to express how you feel about it so that we can, you know, do that. Make a wish list. I mean, I do have a wish list. And I believe one of the goals on it is to save up for a PC, but again, I've never pushed for it. I don't really make it a point to, you know, talk about it in stream. I don't like, that's just not where my focus lies. Because when I'm streaming, it's just to like talk to you guys, have a good time, spend time with you, just ask about you, that kind of thing. But you know, it is something that I want to have a more serious conversation about. I've returned. Welcome back, Mini-Me! Uh-oh, am I breaking? Uh-oh. What happened? It got mad at me. Okay, we're fine now. All I can really say is the amount of responses for an air conditioner was great. That was a world practical item that helped with your streaming. This is very similar. Yeah. And I, again, since you brought it up, I am so eternally grateful that you guys did that for me. There's really no amount of streaming or making like the holiday or birthday packs or like any of that stuff where I feel like I can adequately show you just how grateful I am that you guys did that for me. That literally like saved me during the freaking summer months. They were so bad. They were really, really bad. But I'd certainly be willing to throw in a few dollars, but to be honest, with how expensive computers are, I'm not sure how much of a dent it would make. Well, again, in the grand scheme of things, we're starting at 0. So anything more than 0 is still more than what I had to begin with. So again, it might not feel like a lot, but it's the whole mentality of if everybody put in a few dollars, that's still monumentally more than us sitting at 0 for that. And the other part of the conversation, I said I was getting to it. It has become more and more of a consistent thought that I might enjoy having streaming as like an actual career. I won't say having streaming as a full-time career. I'm going to make that distinction very clear. I still feel like it's very important and necessary for me to have enough connection with like my local outside world. So of course I want to have like a job that is rooted within like my local outside community, and it helps my brain to like wake up, get dressed, go out of the house, and, you know, earn my money that way. But I can't say I haven't thought about also using my streaming as a form of income and being able to do this form of entertainment as a way of like, you know, just helping out where I, you know, helping out with bills, helping out with, you know, like having fun money where like I don't have to only have money just for bills and nothing else. You guys know what I'm talking about, I think. I'm not at that point. You know, there's still, for the YouTube monetization program, I still need to hit at least minimum 500 subscribers. We're at like less than 400 right now. And there also has to be a minimum watch time by, you know, like my viewers to be at least 1,000 hours per, I don't know if it's month, I don't know if it's week. But having enough of the watch hours so they know I have an audience, having enough subscribers to qualify for the monetization program, stuff like that. So that's something that I have to work on before I'm even able to get to that point where I can be monetized. But if I do get to the point where the channel is monetized, I know that I want to invest whatever money I get from that towards making entertaining content for you guys. Again, we were talking about doing a cooking stream, and I would need some sort of separate camera setup for that. I would love to have, like, again, with like having a better computer, there are other game options that I can get into. Just anything that I think could be used for more content on the channel, higher quality content on the channel, you know, just more variety and excitement on the channel, just anything like that, I think would be really, really nice. But it's not something that's going to happen unless, you know, or until I hit that point of monetization. So there's still a long road ahead, and I'm okay with that. I don't think I would be able to handle like the whole blowing up overnight kind of thing in terms of like fame and trying to go that route. I don't think I could handle that. But you know, it's I don't know. I hope it doesn't sound like I'm just straight up talking out of my ass. Because it, you know, having these conversations sometimes can make me feel quite silly. Or like I'm asking too much from you guys, or, you know, it's not the same persona as like I'm playing games and being dumb, or I'm doing my tier list stream, or I'm reading tarot, or I'm doing ASMR reading, or whatever random thing it is that I'm doing at any given day. It's, you know, this is a lot more of like the serious, just talking with the people that I know show up for me kind of thing. I know it's not as fun, I'm sorry guys, but I think it's still important. You could eat chocolates on stream and you'd be the same old fruit bat we all tune in for. You're good. I just, you know, it's hard not getting self-conscious about it, because it's so easy to see all these VTubers, and a lot of them are like industry level VTubers, and they're like given a budget before they're even like live for the first time to like get new gear, get a new avatar, like do all the sparkly fun new bits, and like polish. They're already polished the second that they come out and talk for the first time, and all this other stuff. Versus, you know, like with indie VTubers, you gotta work for it. You gotta start somewhere, and you're not gonna have all the nice things presented to you right away, but it feels so much more rewarding getting to the end of that than it is just like starting off with all the nice stuff and then you're spoiled, and you know, like you already have a standard set. Play games and being dumb is the best to watch, though. Yeah, I know. I almost kind of regret the fact that I didn't just play a game today, if that sounds weird. Industry VTubers don't insult me, so you're ahead in that respect. I don't know. I don't want to say that I'm losing confidence in my ability to stream. Again, I don't really stream that frequently to begin with. And I feel really bad because like I used to stream a lot and I miss getting to stream a lot. Like I still have all the memories of like sitting at that desk in that house and not having a care in the world and just streaming because it was fun and having a blast and not worrying about things. But a lot of things have changed since then, and I've matured a lot, and I've had to change how I live and, you know, what that looks like on a day-to-day basis, that I don't have as much time to stream as I want. I don't have as much time for really any of my hobbies as I want. And it makes me feel guilty because, like, at least with my other hobbies, there's nobody else affected by them except me. Like with my painting or whatever else, there's nobody else involved in that. But with my streaming, I know that there's a community here. There's people, and my absence is noted when I'm not around. And when I am here, it's great. I love being around you guys, and I love talking to you, and I love spending time with you. And I feel so guilty every time that I'm away. I'm sure those things are a consideration, but don't forget that a lot of it is dependent on the algorithm as well. I would say you're doing far more than most of them need to. Well, because I also have very high standards for myself. And yeah, a lot of it is based on the algorithm and being at the mercy of YouTube and whether or not you get recommended and whether or not, you know, like 5 million different things going on. I am very lucky in that regard, and I'm very grateful that I've gotten as far as I have with the algorithm and with things. I know now that I have been on YouTube for a while, I don't know if it's still playing in my favor as strongly as it was in the beginning, as like a brand new face to YouTube, trying to get that traction, trying to get those people in. Not that I treat it like a rat race, because I don't personally care as much. I don't need to have 1 million subscribers. I don't need to have 500,000 subscribers. I don't need to have all that stuff. but you know, I am lucky and it is nice. I will say that. I enjoy every moment with you, and you're one of many that makes my day and night. Oh, mini me, you're so sweet. And like, that's why I love streaming. I love getting to spend time with you guys. I love being goofy and silly and just talk about however it is that I'm feeling. Spending time with you guys, like, it is my favorite thing. I love doing it. I wish it was easier for me to do it more. I know I've previously talked about like health concerns as well. Streaming isn't always the most accessible option for me. I really wish that it was. You know, there's people that do marathon streams for like 24 hours, 48 hours, 72 hours. They'll stream, like regular streamers who like do it as their job. They'll stream for like 6 hours, 8 hours without breaking a sweat. And, you know, they'll just chug through a game and like complete it all in one go. I can't do that. My physical body is not capable of doing things like that. I don't think it ever will. And that's okay. And I try not to, you know, push my body too far. I try not to stress myself out too much, which is easier said than done. And, you know, I try to keep most of my streams as reasonable and fun and, you know, lighthearted, like whatever it is, while keeping in mind, like, okay, comfortably I can stream for roughly 2, if not 3 hours, and that's like my max, that's my limit. And like I feels like I can't make it my quote-unquote full-time job, because when I think of a full-time job, I think of 8 hours for 5 days straight, and that's not something I can do. It's just, it's not. I wish it were that easy, but I can't. I mean, if anything, breaking that up as like a stream in the morning and a stream at night. But again, that's all hypotheticals anyway. I don't think I'm going to be a full-time streamer. I don't have to worry about that kind of thing. Streamers who do it as their job, you nailed it right there. Yeah, this isn't my job. This is my hobby. This is something that brings me great joy. I am not doing this because it is my only flow of income. I'm not doing it because this is my job and like I'm required to do it. This is because I like doing it. This is because I care about you guys. This is because it's my hobby and this is just what I like to do. I can't imagine trying to do all of the things I do in streaming as a full-time job. Partly because I know that turning any hobby into a full-time job might eventually make you hate it and just despise doing it because it's your job and like you've lost agency on it of like when you can do it, how you can do it, like all that kind of stuff, versus like I don't have that pressure. I don't have to worry about that. You streaming however long you want is good enough for us. We get to see and be with you as much as we can. And yeah, I really appreciate you guys. Again, like, I don't think there's any feasible way for me to show you guys just how much it means to me that you're here and that you care and that you want to be in my streams and talking with me and hanging out with me and all that other stuff. And it's so hard to separate the guilt that comes with that, because again, I feel guilty that I don't stream more. I feel guilty that I can't provide like a better quality stream, or, you know, a stream without bugs, or a stream where I can use my 3D model and all this other stuff. There's such intense guilt and shame that is tied to that gratitude that I struggle picking up where I left off sometimes. Where it's like, I know that every time I come back from a break of streaming, there will always be like the joking comments of like, oh, you're finally back, I haven't seen you in like 10,000 years, and like, you know, like all those kind of jokes. Like I know they're going to happen, but it's not as simple for me to just come back and pretend like time hasn't passed and that I don't feel guilty, because I always do. I always feel so guilty, and sometimes that guilt ends up driving me away from streaming more often. Sorry, I didn't mean to get emotional. The last thing I would ever want is for you guys to feel like I'm pushing you away. And that's a really hard feeling that I grapple with a lot. Feeling like I'm constantly pushing you guys away. Because I just wish that I had better things to give you, that I had a better computer, that I could do the things you guys want to see, the games that you want me to play, and the model you want to see and interact with, and I can't give that to you right now because I have an old ass computer that doesn't work as well as a brand new gaming PC and all this stuff. And I'm not saying we're never gonna get there, but it's just hard right now because I don't see a way of us getting there, A, based on just me, or B, anytime in the near future. I know one day it'll happen. And I know it takes patience that I don't have, and support from people where I wish I didn't have to ask for support in order to be able to do it. It's something that I want to be able to just do on my own. But, you know, feasibly, I know that at least I can't right now. And it sucks. Because I do just want to give you guys everything right away. You can have all the new and shiny and fancy and exciting content and games and activities and everything. But I can't do that right now. And I feel so bad. And that's a really hard feeling to have, just like constantly attached to streaming. And it's like a vicious cycle of like, I stream, I want to stream better, I can't stream better because I don't have the stuff I need, so then I don't stream, and then I feel guilty for not streaming, and then I don't stream even longer, and then I finally come back, and, you know, there's the teasing, and then, like, me wishing that it could be better, and then, again, the cycle, just over and over and over again. I feel like it's really easy for me to get emotional when I'm super passionate. And also it's really easy for me to get emotional when I come back after a break of streaming, where I have a lot of really strong opinions and wanting to make you guys happy, and, you know, finally getting the group of people that I want to talk to, I can finally talk to again. I end up getting really emotional. Yeah. I know we'll get there one day. I know it's not always going to be like this. I know we have a lot more fun things for the future, and we're looking forward to a lot of different things. Being able to do a lot more. We're just not there quite yet. But I know we'll get there sometime. Even if I'm, you know, even if part of me is opposed to the idea of asking for help and, you know, wanting to be the hyper independent, I'll do it myself and not ask anybody for any help, this is something for me to do kind of thing. I know it doesn't make much sense to do that when I could very easily ask for help and have you guys pitch in, because I can't control, you know, your guys' actions. It's of your own agency. It's whether or not you make that decision for yourself, and I can't make that decision for you. But it's a very humbling experience asking for help for things, and it's not something I'm used to doing. I really appreciate you guys. There's a reason why I always end up coming back, even if I've been away for a really, really long time. I know I've said it before, but I very well could have easily stopped streaming when I had lost my one partner, because I was only like 2, maybe 3 months into streaming, didn't really have any viewers or anything, and I could have very easily given up there and never have come back, but I did, and I have an even stronger, more vibrant, and consistent community after that fact, and I'm so grateful for you guys. I love being able to just, again, all I did was sit and eat chocolate this whole stream and rant and rave about God knows what, and you guys have still sat here the whole time and just talked to me, and it's so sweet. And, you know, it's not even something that I would have asked like any of my IRL friends to ever do for me. It's just sit here and be silly while I try a bunch of different chocolate and, you know, be super passionate about it and talk about all the notes and sustainability and all that stuff and make the stupid story plot about the drunk lady and the fancy tea party and the hangover and all that stuff. There's nobody IRL that I would have asked to do all that with me. None of them are cracked out of their gourd enough to even do that. Ugh. And that's why I have you guys. I get to do all the really silly, stupid, funny, outlandish activities and projects and whatever else just with you guys here. You know, I've sat and read books. I've read your guys' tarot cards without you even being in the same room as me, without you even being in the same country or continent as me. And, you know, doing the tier list streams with the mods and whoever else and all this stuff. Like, I wouldn't have put forth all the effort and done all the organizing and gotten all the graphics and done all of that stuff if it wasn't, you know, knowing that there was somebody else somewhere in the world sitting at the exact same time as me and just watching me do all these, like, silly stuff and just enjoying it. I think this calls for more of the drunk lady's sister's hangover chocolate. I think you're right. I think I'm gonna have another piece of that. Chronic, find the Hennessy. I don't drink Hennessy. Hennessy's nasty. I wouldn't drink that. Yuck. I have a perfectly good rum on top of my fridge right now from like October. That I can just drink that. What? No, Hennessy's so nasty. I absolutely would never drink that. I'm gonna have more of the fancy Babka chocolate. I need it. Still getting drunk AF. I don't think I want to get drunk right now. I'm too emotional. Already being emotional and thus drinking because of being emotional, that's horrible. No, don't do that. That's how you develop a very, very bad habit called being an alcoholic. Which I will not partake in. I can clarify that I got drunk and went to Lulu. Oh, okay. That changes it. That's you getting drunk. I don't think it's a good idea right now for me to get drunk. That's an awful idea. Oh, hold on. Somebody knocking on my door. Give me a minute. Where's my, oh, there it is. Well, guys, I have to end the stream. I have some I have company over now. I will have to go. I don't know when I'm going to stream again. Maybe either later this weekend or maybe next week. I don't know. Whoa, sayonara, Glenn. What? Come on, man. Okay. Well, I guess I will see you guys whenever I go live again. But thank you for being here for me. I'm gonna go relax for a little bit, but I care about you guys a lot. Thank you for listening to everything I had to say today. And I will catch you guys whenever I'm able to. Bye, Crust Pain, bye, Tethercat, bye, Yua, bye, Chronic, bye, Sanix, bye, Mini-Me. I will see all you guys when I can another time. This is just an excuse to eat all the chocolate, isn't it? Shut up, Grandpa. No, it's not. Okay, I'm leaving now. Bye, guys. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.